Sarnia. This is called Into the City. I'm Katie Horvath, and I'm here today with Bill Dennis. Bill's looking for a seat in the upcoming municipal election as a city councillor. Bill, thanks a lot for coming in to chat today.
My pleasure.
So for those who don't know you, could you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're running?
Be happy to. I'm a lifelong Sarnia resident, born and raised here. I'm a local real estate broker. I've been selling real estate for close to 25 years. I'm married to my wife and best friend, Janice McMichael Dennis. She's the president and CEO of the Blue Water Power group of companies. And she's on the College Board of Governors. Actually, she's going to be named shortly the chairperson of the College Board of Governors.
Oh, good for her.
I'm the stepfather of Dylan and Austin. Dylan works at the local hospital, Blue Water Health, and Austin is going to be graduating a year from now from Western with a degree in finance.
Oh, great. Yeah. That's awesome. And why did you decide this year to run for a term of council?
Well, I've always been interested in politics. I've always been a political fan of politics. I started at a young age. My great-grandfather was a local MP for the area back in the late 30s, early 40s. And so politics was always a hot topic growing up at my family's house. And my wife's family has always been politically active. So it's always been something that I've paid close attention to. And, you know, I'm not getting any younger. And it was always something that I wanted to delve into. So no better time than the present, I guess.
All right, that's great. And what is it about you that you believe would make you a good representative for the people?
Well, first of all, I love the city, and I think that if you're going to do something, you have to love what you're doing. There's that old saying that if you love what you do, then you never work a day in your life. Well, anyone that is very good at whatever they do, whether it's in sports, whether it's whether you're a carpenter, whether you're a builder, whether you're a politician, if you love your country, you love your city, you love you love woodworking, you love repairing cars. If you really love that, then you tend to be very, very good at that. I love my city. In my endeavors as a realtor for the last 25 years, I've been fortunate to meet many new citizens that have come to the city, and quite often a lot of these folks have never been to Sarnia before, whether they're new students that have graduated college or university. I quite often I pick them up at the hotel early in the morning. They've arrived late at night, and before they start their house hunting mission, I will give them a tour of the city, and I'll take them and show them the various focal points of the city. Our fantastic waterfront. Take them through Canatera Park. Take them down Lakeshore Road, out to Brights Grove, and they're just in awe when I take them down Old Lakeshore Road, and they see right along the waterfront there, and they're just in awe. They really are. And by the the YMCA downtown, point out the Imperial Theatre, the art gallery, point out some of the great restaurants to eat at, and the schools if it's a young family, some of the things that are important to these folks, and they're really in awe. And this one in particular, this young fellow, he went to Queens, and he was a new hire at Imperial Oil, and he was from Niagara Falls actually, and taking him by Centennial Park, and he was very impressed. But when I took him underneath the bridge, he was just in awe, and he was just really fascinated. And I thought that was kind of strange, being from Niagara Falls. He sees the falls every day.
Right.
But sometimes it takes fresh eyes takes fresh eyes for people to to see their reaction, to kind of make us realize what a fantastic city we live in.
Yeah, and that's nice to see the outside looking in with such.
Absolutely. Yeah. So when I for the past 25 years, I've met with young people, middle-aged people, retirees that want to come to our city, And they come to our city because it's a fantastic place to live, fantastic place to raise a family, fantastic place to retire. And I want to make sure it's a fantastic place to start a business and thrive. And I think I can do that. I know I can do that, actually.
All right, great. So at this part in the interview, we're going to get your thoughts on the current council, just kind of reflections in general over the last term. So we'll start in general. Could you comment on the 2014 to 2018 council term?
Well, it's certainly been interesting, to say the least. One thing's for certain is municipal politics. Well, the last 4 years have been more exciting. I think people have certainly stood up and taken notice. I know I have. I think that I think people are tired of the negativity. I think people are tired of 4 years of infighting, 4 years of negativity, 4 years of we have so much going in the city. We have so much going for us in the city, and I think a lot more could have been accomplished if everybody had played like a team. And we need to reconnect with the people. I've been hearing it from the people I meet at coffee shops, on front porches, in stores. They feel like they've been left out. They feel like their voices aren't heard. They feel like they've been forgotten. Right from a number of issues that have occurred. There's a disconnect that I'm hearing, and no doubt there's been some progress, but unfortunately, with all that has occurred, people remember a lot of what's happened has been forgotten. And people want positive change. They're tired of the bickering. They're tired of the infighting, and they want positive change.
So if you are elected, what are some ideas that you could do to kind of restore some of those positive feelings between the taxpayer and City Hall?
We have to do a better job of listening to the taxpayer or the citizen, and they are citizens. The thing is there seems to be, again, this misconception that it's almost like the folks at City Hall feel that the citizens work for them, when in reality it's the other way around. And we're there to serve the citizens, and they're the boss. We work for them, and they pay our salaries, and we must at all times take that into consideration. A number of things that were done in the last 4 years, they weren't done with the citizens' input, and people are very upset about that. And I'm a firm believer in democracy. I'm a firm believer that the people should have a say in everything. The people pay the bills, and I'm a firm believer that the people's voice need to be heard. And in my business, if I don't listen to the people properly, then there's 250 very good people that will. If I don't give good service, if I don't do my job properly, then I'm kicked to the curb. But like I say, I know how to give good service. I know how to listen to people, and that's what I intend on doing if I'm elected. If I'm fortunate enough to be elected.
Okay. So one more question about the current council, and then we'll move into specifics about your platform.
Sure.
So on the topic of public input or lack thereof, depending on your perception, could you comment on e-voting, the removal of the paper ballot,
Sure.
and maybe how you would have voted, I guess, if you were in that situation?
Well, I'm all for increasing the voter turnout. I believe that the voter turnout during the last election was 33%. And I read your article that you wrote in First Monday, and it was fantastic.
Thanks.
There's no doubt in my mind that e-voting is the way of the future. However, I don't believe there was any consultation with the public whatsoever, and that was wrong, absolutely wrong. And I'm not suggesting that it was done in a way to disenfranchise a certain demographic, but everything, there's some optics there that don't look right. And something as sacred as your fundamental right to vote, when you're tinkering with that to me doesn't look good. Everybody in Canada has the right to vote, and when you mess with that, that's rotten. Everybody should have had their say in that, and maybe we can eventually segue in that direction. I don't know about you, but when I go to a bank, I use the ATM machine. I use online banking, but I like dealing with the teller too as well. And maybe for this particular election, we should have had a choice of all three. There's some people quite simply that don't like the idea of online banking. They don't like for security purposes and what have you. But I've been hearing it. My opinion is just my opinion. As the people's representative, I have to listen to everybody's opinion. And the fact of the matter is, from what I've been hearing, people did not like the way it was handled, and I have to agree with them. It was not handled properly. They should have had a say in the matter.
Okay. So for this part, we'll just get right into the issues that you'd like to bring to City Hall.
Sure,
so we'll start with, just tell me in general about your platform.
Okay. I'm just going to reference some of it here. I basically have five tenets. I believe in strong fiscal accountability, respecting the taxpayer at all time. I want to emphasize value for money. I want to facilitate economic development. It's absolutely essential. I believe in doing everything we can to create jobs. When I first came into the real estate business back in the early to mid 90s, we just lost 6,000 good paying jobs. I sat across kitchen tables where people were losing 20 to 30% of the value of their home. People were financially devastated, and I saw that as a young man. And when, of course, people are financially devastated, there's other problems that arise. Family breakdowns. There's a lot of social problems that arise from that. Naturally, as a city councillor, there's certain elements that I can't control, geopolitical factors, world recessions, things like that. Anything I can do to make Sarnia a more attractive, business-friendly place where companies can come here and expand and create good-paying jobs for people, I will do everything I can to make that possible. I want to make it a business-friendly community, right from the downtown employer to world-class companies. And again, that's kind of redundant to what I was saying, but I can't emphasize that I can't emphasize that enough. Rising tides lift all boats. And again, a safe community. Supporting our police, our firefighters, our first responders are critical success factors. And I wholeheartedly support our local labor community. I believe that we have to support our local labor. I believe that we have to support local businesses. We have to come together as one. We have to support each other. And any time that the city has an opportunity to buy local, we should give local the first opportunity. And all things being equal, we should deal locally. And I believe in starting it first.
So obviously there's a big pull towards the business side. Mm-hmm. What types of businesses do you think you'd be interested in attracting to our area, and how would you do so?
Well, I'm a salesperson, so I believe that we have to be aggressive. We're not the only city, obviously, that is looking to attract business. We have a more business-friendly government in Toronto right now, and that's certainly going to help. I would do whatever I could to work with the new team that's going to be elected in October to actively, and with the various community partners that we have, the Chamber, the Economic Development Committee, anything we could to attract new jobs, and even in the existing ones that we have here, anything that we can do to bring down barriers. I believe in cutting or giving red carpet treatment. I don't believe in red tape, and anything that's a hindrance to business, I believe that we should look at it and reduce it. Like in my field, in addition to helping bring people to this area, I've been highly active in the new home construction business. And every time you sell a new house, every time a new house is built, I don't think people will understand how many jobs that creates and how good it is for the city. You know, building permits, property taxes every year naturally, but right down from the architect to the surveyors, to the people that dig the foundation, to the cement workers, the framers, the plumbers, the bricklayers, the electricians, the people that make the cabinets, the flooring people, the installers, the lighting people, the landscaping people, right down to the movers, people that install the decks, the people that put the shingles on, the siding, the soffits, the fascia. The spin-offs are enormous, and a lot of that stuff is made here in town too as well. We have to be a business-friendly community, and people are always complaining that population sign on the highway never changes. Well, I want to do everything we can to A, bring back people that have left, and B, bring more people into this community.
Okay. So if you are elected, what could we expect from you personally, and what kind of sets you apart from your other 27 people running for the 4 seats?
I will say this. I've gotten a chance to get to know some of the people I'm running against, and I got to tell you, they're a good group of people. I certainly love to be elected, of course, but one thing's for certain is there's a good group of people that are running. And you kind of develop a bit of a camaraderie between the people that, with the people that you're running. And I will say this, I have a lot of respect for people that throw their hat in. It's a tough go. It's very rewarding though too. It's very similar to what I do. Meeting people, talking to people, and working hard. But what sets me apart, I like to think my work ethic. I'm a very positive person. I'm a people person. I believe in service. I know my place though. My place is to serve. I know who I work for, and I work for the citizens of Sarnia. If they elect me, I know that my job is to serve them. My job isn't to talk down to them. My job isn't to lecture them on why the city council did something. I want them to give me my marching orders. I want to listen to them. I want to meet with them in the coffee shops. I want to meet with them in restaurants. I want to meet with them at City Hall and in the office when I have my office hours. And I want to hear from them what they're thinking. They can call me anytime. They can email me anytime, and I will meet with them at a moment's notice and take the time to hear their concerns and act upon them. And I've done it for 25 years in my real estate career. In fact, my dad's done it for over 50 years, and that's why you can't survive in a competitive business like real estate without working like that. And that's what I hope to bring to City Hall if I'm lucky enough to get elected.
Okay, great. So this is kind of like the elevator pitch, if you will. Okay. And it's something that I ask everybody. So sure. Elevator pitch. Why should I, who has not decided yet, vote for you?
Well, why should you vote for me? Well, because I love the city. I love the city, and I want what's best for the city. And I want to create a city that that a lovely little girl like your daughter can, if she chooses to, that she can, when she finishes her schooling, that she can live here, and if she chooses, and have a fantastic job, that she can raise a family if she chooses to. And I want to see this city. The city has so much potential. You know, as you know, I know that you're well informed. The city ranked 150th, I think, or 155th in a survey.
It moved up.
It moved up. Yeah. And again, it's an improvement, but I'm certainly not satisfied with 150th. You know, people were like, yeah, you know, 150th, you know, from 306. Well, yeah, it's progress, but you know, what was in that movie? Talladega Nights with Will Ferrell. If you're not first, you're last.
Yeah.
You know what? If like I say, like it's progress, but we have to pick up on that progress. We have to move it, and I'm not gonna. For me, I'm not going to arrest him until we're number one. And we have all the tools. We have everything in place. We just got to build on that progress, and we can't give up. We got to keep on fighting until we're number one. And then once we get there, we got to stay there, because you're always going to have people nipping at your heels to take your spot. We always got to keep on proving, keep on moving. And another thing too, as well, is I'm very, very cognizant of people's tax dollars too as well. People are tapped out. We simply have to find new sources of revenue, and that's why I'm big on development. That's why I'm big on attracting new businesses. We can't keep on going back to the taxpayer for more and more and more. They're tapped out. They simply are tapped out. You know, there's a lot of people that are house rich and money poor. You know, we've been fortunate that house values have risen, but we just keep going back to the public and saying, we got to raise your taxes more. We got to raise your taxes more. You know, you know, we got to raise your dog fees. We got to raise this fee. We got to raise that fee. All those are taxes. Maybe the council can get away with saying, hey, we only raise your taxes by 2.5 or 3%, but then they raise your fees this way, and they will raise this fee this way, and we'll charge you for this, charge you for that. It's just a shell game. We have to keep our fees low, and we can do a better job of managing our money. We have to set priorities, and it's easy for a politician to spend someone else's money, and I get that. I understand that. I've been doing that my entire life in my business in real estate. My job as a realtor, I have a fiduciary duty to do what's best for my buyer. I have a fiduciary duty to do what's best for my seller, and as a counselor, I have a fiduciary duty to do what's best for the taxpayer of the city of Sarnia, and that means be a guardian of their tax dollars, and it means to do what's best for the city, and that's to help it grow and promote it, and not you know, not bash it when when a media company from Toronto comes and does a story about Sarnia. My job is to defend my city. It's not to jump on and bash it also. You know, so. Okay.
So that's it for questions that I have in kind of the introductory interview to yourself. But I do just want to give you the opportunity, if there's anything that I may have missed that you wanted to add. What's your final message for the people of Sarnia?
Well, just that you give me good luck. There's 28 good candidates running, 27, 20 including myself. I'm a lifelong resident. I love this community. I would do a very good job for you. I would listen to you, respect your tax dollars, respect you as individuals, and I would work well with others, work as a team. I know you're tired of the bickering. I know you're tired of the drama. The last 4 years are behind us. Our best days are ahead of us, and we want to move forward together. What's done is done. The reason why in a car, the reason why the windshield is larger than the window at the back of the car is because what's ahead of us is more important than what's behind us, and we have to move forward. What's done is done. We have a bright future, and we can get there together.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
So this has been Bill Dennis. If you like what Bill has to say, vote for him online or by telephone. The polls open October 11th through to October 22nd. Again, Bill Dennis looking for a seat as a Sarnia City Councillor. Thanks for watching.